Okay, I want you to listen to 3 words for me. Painted, saved, asked. What do these 3 words have in common? First of all, they're verbs. So it's it's a verb that we say in the past. So I painted something, like with a paintbrush, or I saved something. Maybe you have something that you want to keep for a long time. I saved my pencil for the next class. Or asked. If I want to ask a question, I asked him the question. But they all have different endings, the way you say the ending. The ending is the same. They all have the ed ending. The ed ending. They end in ed. Ed. But the way they sound is different. Okay? So, painted. Painted. We say ed at the end. I'm going to write that down. Painted. Painted. Asked. It sounds like a T. Asked. 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 And then saved. D. It sounds like a D. Like the letter D. Saved. So there's a specific rule we can use with these 3. So there are 2 types of letters, of consonants that you can have when it comes to how you say something. You could have something that you have your voice with, or no voice. And you can tell if you feel your throat, you'll feel sounds coming from there. If you say a letter of the alphabet and you feel that vibration there, that sound there, then you know it's voiced. For example, D. 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 When I say that letter, I feel something here. But when I say T, T. 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 You don't feel anything. T. 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 There's no vibrations. There's no sound. T. 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 That's no voice. So the letters, the consonants, either have that or they don't have that. So these letters, C, F, P, K, S, T, X, there's no voice here. S, F, P, K, S, T, X. There's no voice. You don't hear anything from the. You hear something, but you don't feel it here. Those are no voice. So when you hear the letters C, F, P, K, S, T, X, there's no sound here, no voice. So when that happens, in the verb ask, k, k, it'll sound like a T. Asked, asked. Whereas if it has, if you say d, g, j, l, m, n, r, v, w, y, z, those letter sounds have the voice right here. So it'll sound like a D. Save, v, v, saved, saved. You would never say saved or asked. You would say asked or saved, saved. Now when you have a T or a D, that's when it gets different. Painted. When you have the T or the D, you would just say ed. Painted. So, I want to say a word and I want you to try and guess where it goes, which column it goes in. If I said rained, like raining, rained, where do you think that goes? Does that go with the T, rained, or the D, rained, or the ed, rained? Is it rained, or rained, or rained, or rained? It's rained, so we put it here, rained. because the N is a voice sound that goes there. The N, rained. What about pushed? Pushed. Pushed. Now this isn't really on here, but there's an SH sound as well. Shh. That one has no voice. Shh. No voice. So because of that, we put it in the voiceless column. So pushed. Push, to push someone. Push. It would go in this column. Because this sound has no voice. Now, what about weighted? Weighted. Is it weighted or weights? Fades? No, it's weighted. This last one here, weighted. Okay. On Google Classroom, I'm going to give you a place to put them either in this one, the pushed and the asked, the t, or this one, the rained or the saved, d, or the ed one, painted, weighted. And I want to ask you to put those words in the order that they go in on there.